Hey guys, today I'm gonna do a video. I don't actually have anywhere to go or anything to do. I'm just sitting around in my freaking pajamas, but I figured that since I'm about to go to some Christmas parties that I would like practice my Christmas party makeup before I went, just so like when I'm doing it the last second it's not like a crisis. And I figured I would just record it and show you guys. I already put primer on my face. I used the e.l.f. Glow Dewy Mist Coconut and Argan Oil. I've been really liking that one recently. And I'm going to use my Believe Beauty Foundation. I have it in Porcelain. They actually have a few different really light shades, which I appreciate. They have different like tones. I'm going to use my round brushes to put on. I love that this has a pump, by the way. I used to use that Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. I'm actually, you know what, I was going to do my whole face, but now part of me is like, maybe I should just do my eyes first, since we're just going to do my eyes first, since we're practicing. But, I lost my train of thought. Oh, I used to use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, the matte one, which is nice and it looks good, but it's not in a pump, and I feel like I always put too much on. I don't know. I like this one better, I think, but I've worn it less, so we'll see. I really like using these round brushes to put foundation on. I tried the Beauty Blender thing, but like for whatever reason, I'm just like not super into using the sponge. So, I mean, I can see why it would be good. Sometimes I use it to like tap things in and finish them off, but yeah, there's my eyeball. I normally like do my whole face and then I'll do my eye makeup, but we're gonna try something new today because I'm practicing. I just keep telling myself that I'm practicing. But I really thought about this, like this makeup look in particular, just because since, you know, it's Christmas, and sometimes you see your family and you don't see them all the time, and you maybe would do your makeup different around your family than you would normally do your makeup every day, since you don't want to get picked on or made fun of or anything. So you really want to get it perfect when you're around your family. I feel like if anyone's going to tell me what I'm doing wrong, it's going to be them. So yeah, that's what I'm practicing. But there we go, some foundation on my eyelids. I'll probably come back to that and do the rest of my face later. I'm going to use my Juvia's Place Nubian 3 Coral palette because I feel like this one has a lot of really natural, like pretty colors. Like they're pretty, but they're natural, and I feel like when I'm going somewhere where a lot of like, I hate to say this, I hate to other people, I don't like to other people, I like to be inclusive, but when I go places where I feel like there's going to be a lot of really normal people, like really, I don't know, I feel like this is taking a turn. Let me come back in a minute when I regain my train of thought and see what I'm going to do now. Okay, so yeah, what I was saying before is I'm insecure and I'm afraid of being judged for being weird, even though that's really ironic because I'm super weird. But, you know, if I know I'm in a situation where there's like a 50-50 chance I'm about to be judged, I try to like tone it down so maybe they're not as harsh. Anyway, gonna go back to the makeup train of thought because it's way nicer. I think I'm gonna take this gray color. It's really neutral and like put it all over my eyelid. Just blend it in. I don't have a table in front of me. I have these like storage ottomans that are like folding and they're from Five Below, and I can set makeup and stuff on them. They're not very big, so I'm always knocking stuff off. So if you see me trying to figure out where to put stuff or like pushing stuff on the floor and panicking, it's because I put my makeup on my storage ottomans and they're not really tables. And sometimes they're not even flat because I'll jam like a whole bunch of sweatshirts. Oh, see, I'm blocking my eyes with my mirror. Something I gotta work on in 2020. Not blocking what I'm doing in my videos so you guys can actually see it. But yeah, the storage ottomans, maybe I should get a table too for 2020 for my makeup. So yeah, this gray color is like literally almost the same color as my skin, but like more cool tone, which I like to put all over my eyes because I have like a little bit of redness up there I'm always trying to hide. So So that'll give me like a good base for the rest of my colors. For that, I use the F19 AOA Studio brush. I really like that big fluffy brush. It goes really fast. Next, I'm going to use this E112. I like this one because the bristles are tighter together. And I like to use it for my crease color. And I'm going to take this like light pinky brown way over here and start with that in my crease. I like this color because it's like somewhere between brown and red. It's a really nice warm tone. Oh, I'm doing it again. I'm blocking the camera. Oh wow, this video is not super serious because I wasn't, oh man, I'm already messing up. I wasn't really planning on making the video, but I was planning on practicing my makeup. But then there's a part of me that's like, man, you gotta try harder to upload more. Because I do the same stuff all the time for the most part. It's just a matter of like whether or not I record it. I'm like, I should just get more in the habit of recording things. Even if I think they're going to be boring, like I never, like, who am I to say what is boring to other people? So, instead of shutting myself down and saying stuff is boring, like, before I even record it, I'm like, just record it and put it out there and let the people decide what they want to do with it. Like, nobody has to click on these videos. You can click off of them at any point. Although I really appreciate all the people who do watch my videos. They're amazing. And I love them, and I love their attention. I love you guys so much. But yeah, also if you like, if there's things that you want to see and you consistently watch my videos, like, super feel free to tell me in the comments. I'm really open to criticism and suggestions. Unless you're Brooke and you've already proved to be entirely unloyal. So, Brooke, if you're listening, it's not personal. I just feel like I can't ever trust you. So, yeah. I'm like already tired of blending this into my crease. I don't know, sometimes when I make makeup videos, I cut a lot of it out because I feel like I spend so much time like just blending and poking at things, and I'm like, nobody wants to watch all this. But then there's a part of me that's like, I don't know, maybe some people do want to watch it, because I like to watch it when people do their makeup in real time. Like, I don't watch a ton of beauty gurus because they annoy me, because my struggles with makeup, like, I know what to buy. Like, I can go to the store. Like, everything is trying to sell me stuff. Like, it's fine. I don't need any more products, guys. But, like, I don't know, that's my train of thought. But, like, I get sick of people trying to sell me stuff all the time. And I also get sick of, like, I'm just going to do a little bit under my eyes. I get sick of people who are really, really, really good at their makeup, doing things really quickly and effortlessly, because, like, I'm just not there yet. Like, I'm at a different level. I want to watch not that. I want to watch something different. So, I always feel like I have a hard time finding people who do makeup and hair and stuff that I really like. But part of me is like, I just gotta be the person I want to see. And that'll inspire more people to do stuff like that so I can see them doing it. You know, we can all do this together. Man, I don't know what color to use next. And I also, like, I only grabbed a few eyeshadow brushes, so I'm going to go back to my makeup stand and grab more brushes and come back. Okay, I went and got another eyeshadow brush. I also have decided that I'm going to use this pinky shiny color up here next. I like this color a lot. It's like sparkly and warm and not too dark. I'm just going to try and put it like really close to my eyelashes. I like to use like a lot of warm colors in my makeup when I'm trying to do like a pretty look, just because I feel like I always kind of look sickly and pale, so warmer colors kind of like bring a little bit of life back to my face. Also, I hold this mirror super close to my face because I'm blind. So just in case you were wondering, I normally have to wear glasses all the time. And I have a really bad stigmatism, which makes things look very strange and I have a hard time seeing, visually understanding distance. But yeah, I tend to use a lot of warm colors because I feel like they make me look a little bit more healthy and alive, and they're pretty, and I have really gray eyes, like steel blue, gray, green. Like, my eyes are the color of metal left outside, I swear. And when I wear warm tone eye makeup, they look more blue and more green and less dull and gray. I feel like green eyeshadow and blue eyeshadow, as much as I love it because I like green and blue as colors, like, it's incredibly unflattering to the color of my eyes because it just washes them out and makes them look this very strange, like, dirty gray color. But yeah, I like this palette because it's super warm tone, and again, I feel like everything in it is super appropriate to be wearing around people who are just used to seeing the same things over and over again. I guess that's really just it. Like, I feel like these warm shimmery colors that are in this palette, like, they don't necessarily, like, excite me for the colors they are. I really got it because I really appreciate the quality of these shadows, and I feel like this brand does a great job with shimmer and, like, tone, and it always looks good. Like, almost everything I do with it looks good, even if it's not particularly innovative. But, like, if you scroll through Pinterest glam or Pinterest holiday glam, like, this palette can definitely deliver all of those looks. So this is cool. I like where this is going. It's pretty. There's a huge part of me right now that wants to take one of the deeper shimmers and put that on in the corners, but there's also a part of me that's like, if you put your makeup on too dark, everybody's gonna give you shit for wearing too much makeup because nobody likes it when you wear too much makeup. And most of the time I'm doing my makeup for myself, but sometimes I'm doing my makeup to, like, protect myself. Like, it's for myself, but it's also, like, to be a shield between me and everyone else and, like, what they're gonna think. And it's like when they're looking at me, they're not really looking at me because I know that I have, like, a layer of makeup between me and them, and that's, like, my shield. It will keep me safe. Like, I can control at least how that looks. Yeah, well, I don't know what to do next. I'm already lost again. I keep getting lost in my train of thought. Okie dokie, since I'm not sure what else to do with my eyes, I guess it's time to do the rest of my face. I think I'm gonna actually, like, dab this foundation out with my finger first and then come back with a brush just because face is big. Face is lots of room to cover face paint. That's how I feel when I put on foundation. It's like face paint. I think my new strategy for my piercings is just to, like, paint over them and just pretend they're not there, and then after I'm done with my makeup, to just, like, come back with a Q-tip and wipe them off, clean off the jewelry. That is, like, super critical, though. Like, if you have piercings, like, I don't mean to be judgy, and I get that people are in a hurry, and this stuff doesn't really bother me. But just as a side note, if you have piercings and you're wearing full face makeup, just a detail to check is definitely, you know, do I have foundation or, like, gobs of product stuck to my piercing or around it? Especially around the, if you put makeup right up to it and right around the skin, you just want to make sure that it's not in contact with that post all through the day, because you don't want it rubbing in and out of your piercing. I love piercings. I think they're beautiful. They're a wonderful art form. I think everyone should get them. And I don't think there's a single person piercings look bad on. I think it's just a matter of finding the right jewelry. But I do feel like poor aftercare in particular, gives piercings a bad reputation. Because a lot of piercings grow up to look a lot worse than they had to look just because people don't know how to take care of them properly. And that makes me sad. When I see, like, a piercing that hasn't been cared for, I feel kind of like the same way I feel when I see like an animal that's clearly not being careful. I just feel disappointed. But yeah, doing the foundation. This is something that's like super important that I feel like I don't ever pay enough attention to. But I gotta say, since I got these round brushes, I feel like it has been better just because I feel like I've got a tool that makes sense to me so I can get the application right. Because these round brushes, like, you can really mash stuff into your skin. I feel like the reason I like these more than the Beauty Blender is that, like, I've got some wrinkles. I mean, you may not believe it, but it's true. I do have wrinkles. And I've got some little texture spots, and I've got, like, some scars and stuff like that from piercings that I've removed. And I often feel like it's kind of a lot to, like, work around. But I feel like these oval brushes, since you have to, like, leave them in contact with your face and, like, spin them in a circle, like, they really get the product in there. And you really get a good consistent application, even if your face has textures. Like, I feel like if I had dry skin, this oval brush would be, like, so the way to go. I don't know, I'm putting a lot of foundation on. That's kind of a habit I have when I'm, like, super nervous to be sure. This is part of the reason I'm practicing this before I have to go anywhere. Because, I don't know, I feel like when I'm anxious, like, I always feel like nothing looks right. So, I'm like, let me do this beforehand so that I can practice, so that I can decide with my sane mind if I like it. Because in the moment, I'm not going to like anything. Like, I'm not going to like anything. There's nothing that I will do that I will like once I am anxious. It is the only emotion. So, that's okay. We can work against it. Oh man, I also go over my eyebrows too. My eyebrows are super dark, so I don't actually, like, do anything to my brows, but freaking fingers, man, I love them. Yeah, so that's my foundation. I love the coverage on this stuff. I feel like it's great. I love the finish. I mean, oh, I'm burping. Oh, let me get my forehead again. It's definitely, more matte than my real skin, but it's not as matte as the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. I'm pretty sure the reason I like the Photo Focus foundation so much is because it almost has like a dusty, undead appearance, which is not for everyone, but I like it because it's creepy. But this is definitely a little more natural and pretty. I'm going to use my setting spray again. Woo! Because I like it. I don't know if it helps anything, but we'll see. I'm just going to give this a minute to dry and blend in any spots I missed, and then we're going to move on to coloring my face back in now that I've removed all the color. That spray is dried. I took a second while it was drying to put some white eyeliner just in my waterline because I feel like that always makes my eyes look more awake and less sleepy and sickly. Because my eyes are always in position to be closed. They're ready. They're ready for a nap every second of every day. Now I'm going to put my blush on. I've got this Abuse Stick blush that I'm still super into. So that's a good sign. This is the first stick blush I've ever owned, and I'm sold. It's great. I'm into it. I don't know what it is about it. I think part of it is that I feel like I have so much control compared to with powder blush. Like, this just makes it so much easier to actually put the blush where I want it on my face. Oh. Someone has been out there fooling with their car for like a while now. And I had the camera off and I was like, come on. I want to start recording again. And I was like, I give up. I'm just going to start recording. And they finally left, and now I'm happy. People in my neighborhood are always working on their cars in their driveway, and they're always hanging out in their cars, and they're living in their cars, and, like, there's always people in their cars on my street making noise. Which is fine. I mean, part of the reason I actually moved to this neighborhood is because I liked how lively it was. I'm kind of like a solitary individual myself, so I don't have a lot going on around me at any given time, but I do like to feel like I'm part of something. So, living in a neighborhood where everybody else is up to stuff all the time is nice, because then I feel like I'm part of something and I know what's going on, and people are doing stuff, and I can participate if I do or do not want to, but it's available and it's there, and there's always people around, which is nice. But yeah, anyway, Stick Blush, super into. Still doing the sunbird effect right in the middle. I actually think I'm going to stop for today, even though normally I would probably keep going. I'm just going to keep it right in the middle. But since I'm practicing for the holidays, I do want it to look natural, or at least like natural-ish. But now that I've used that, what else am I going to do? Ooh, I've got my dewy highlighter, also from Shop Miss A. A lot of this makeup is from Shop Miss A. I placed a big order, I think it was Black Friday, and I like a lot of it. I've been using a lot of it. I'm going to put this right on top of my nose, right here. And then I'm going to do right over here. I really like this dewy highlight with Stick Blush. Like, especially the two colors I picked. Because a lot of times I feel like I pick really light, bright gold highlights. But then when I put them on with my blush, I'm like, whoa! That's jarring, because my blush colors are like a lot more subdued, and then I pick these wild highlights. But this highlight, what is it called? Silk. It's like a, it's hard to see in my viewfinder, obviously, like everything is, but it's a very flesh toned highlight, so it looks a lot more natural. I also like the way the cream highlight blends with the cream blush. I feel like they work really well together. I also like how controlled the highlight is in the blush. So yeah, products and sticks, cream face products. I had a highlight that was a liquid highlight from NYX that I used to use that I like. I like love the color of it, but I don't like the way it picks up on my pores. Like, I feel like it makes my skin look more textured than it should. I'm also going to take this Wet n Wild like coral blush and kind of just use this to like bronze out that blush color, and then also kind of set it. I love this peach blush from Wet n Wild. I think it's like Keep It Peachy or something. I also like the way that it blends with that really pinky coral blush. And I'm using this big Shop Miss A brush that I used to set my eyes. I didn't even clean it, actually, so it still has that gray on it, but the color is so light that it really doesn't show up very much. I've also been using this brush like a lot. I use it to set my eyes with like my base color, and then I've been using it for the blush as well, just because I feel like I get so much more control with these small brushes. I don't know, I have a lot of blush brushes, that's a tongue twister, that I just don't use that much because I feel like they're too big. I like this, but I already feel like it might actually be too dark to wear for Christmas. Oh, but it is cute. It is. I guess we're going to keep going, though, because we're this far in, and even though I feel like it's too dark now, I don't know. I want to see how it comes out. Keep going. What else is there left to do? I guess it's lip color time. I'm going to use this Brandy Wine lip liner from Wet n Wild that I just got the other day. hard to talk during this part. I usually use Plum Brandy, which is like a burgundy maroon color. But I saw this, it's like the next color over. And it's like a burgundy brown maroon, but it's got shimmer in it. Yeah. I think Wet n Wild lip liners are my favorite. There's foundation all over my lips, guys. Wish me luck. I'm doing it. This is boring, but I feel like I've included everything else, so if you're on this journey with me, I commend you for your patience. But yeah, I've tried a lot of lip liners in the past year. A lot. I might have to do a video about how many lip liners I've tried. But Wet n Wild, I think they are the winner. The next thing I want to use is Vibin. It's the Shop Missy Wonder Matte lipsticks. These are another real winner of 2019. I tried a lot of liquid lipsticks in 2019, along with the lip liner. And the Shop Missy Wonder Matte lipsticks, they're the winner. Yes. Give that a second to dry. But yeah, I've tried a lot of different lipsticks this year, mostly because there was one color I really liked and I wanted to find like the perfect formula so that I could wear it all the time. And these Wonder Matte lipsticks that are $1 are straight up my favorite ones. Like, even when I compare them to like $10, $18 lipsticks, like, these ones are the best one, especially when you're eating. Like, if you're going somewhere with food and drinking, they just wear really well. And they're easy to touch up. Like, some people are saying that they can't layer them, but, like, layer them isn't the right way to say it. Like, once you put it on, you can't, like, build it up more, but I don't really find that to be true myself. But I also don't have rough lips. I have pretty soft lips. They're pretty happy. But yeah, I love this stuff. We're nearing the end. Those lips really do, like, bring the look together, though. I feel like maybe my cheeks would work. Maybe they're okay, because my lip color is darker. The last couple things I think I'm going to do, I've got some black eyeliner. I'm going to put that on under the white eyeliner. Just a little bit. Oh, I get quiet for this part because I'm nervous. I don't even really, like, draw a whole line. I just kind of, like, dab it in there and smudge it in there. I actually think I might smudge it out in a second. Because I don't really want it to be, like, too dark or too solid. I just feel like I need a little bit of body underneath, like, density of color under there to balance it out. That's a cool tool I got from Shop Missy from their brush collection. It's like a little smudger on a stick. I think I bought eyeliners that, like, came with these on the end, but then when the eyeliner's dead, I just throw the whole thing out. I don't really buy those eyeliners anymore because I just feel like having, like, blenders and sharpeners and all this other stuff attached to it is, like, wasteful. Because really, if you're buying, like, a tool like that, you should just buy one tool and you should just keep reusing it. Like, I feel like the idea of having tools attached to products is just a side effect of, like, consumerism. They're selling you bundles, but you don't need a bundle just because they're trying to get more products in there. The last thing I'm going to try is this black mascara. I like it. I like it. Honestly, this blush would be like totally perfect if I wasn't practicing to like go out in front of people. Like if I was going to a bar at night, this would be absolutely perfect. It would look so like cute and natural. I gotta make the face. Ugh. I feel like towards the end of doing my makeup, I always get more inspired because I get excited because it looks good and I'm like, oh, now I want to keep going. But then at the beginning, I'm always like, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And then I just get to the end and I'm like, oh, I should have done this. I should have done this. I should do this now. It's almost like I should do my makeup for everything twice. I should do it one time and then take it off and then do it like the real time. I mean, I could though. I could practice my makeup for stuff more often too. And record it. 2020. The year where I actually record more things. Especially when I like leave the house and actually do fun things. Like I feel like recently, I mean since I started this channel, it's like me around the house, which is cool. And that's like I think the time when I need the biggest distraction. But I do want to start to like record more when I'm out and about and like doing things because I actually feel like that would be more interesting. So here's the finished look. I gotta say I do super like it. The cheeks don't look as crazy now that everything is done. And I think this is like a winner for the holidays. I look healthy, I look kawaii, I look a little bit glam, but not overdone. Feedback in the comments below. Tell me what you guys want to see next. Anybody who stayed with me to the end of this, tell me who you are because we should be best friends. I love you so much. I can't believe you listened to me talk for this long. And if you did, tell me who you are so I can appreciate you and love you because that is truly an achievement and that is so generous of you to give me so much of your time. Like and subscribe if you want to see more garbage about my life. Hope you like this makeup look, guys. Now I'm going to sit here and spray myself down with that setting spray again because it smells so good like coconuts.